I'm really worried about firing with two cannons, though. My attempts to use the Lee last night were, I'm going to say, pretty humiliating. Okay, so again, L2 is my main cannon, R2 is my turret cannon. I gotta wrap my head around that. If I can just get that straight, I think I should be okay. Drift! That's right, we're drifting in a tank that looks like one of those old-timey World War I tanks. Yeah, I'm just hoping the Chihatan battle isn't as humiliating this time. Okay, so, lesson learned. Do not try to drift near any raised corner in this thing, because its treads are just going to come flying right off it. Okay, I kind of adore that she said, "Become ragged," when she fired a cannon at the bear. That's just fantastic. Now, we've all seen this giving me huge trouble as a level lately. I'm just going to try to figure out a strategy that works well for this tank, which is set up a balloon here, then loop around behind them. I'm thinking that having those ducks on their head is going to make them just as bad at spotting me as I'm at spotting them. Okay, I just found out that this thing's main cannon doesn't have any swivel at all. I can literally just fire straight ahead and angle up or down a little, meaning I have to get the tank facing the exact thing I want to hit, which is a whole new skill set I haven't trained for at all. Oh my god. This is going terribly. And now my treads are gone. Whew! This could be going better. Oh my god. I mean, thank god I was angled. Oof. Am I hiding behind a Ferris wheel? Yes. That is 100% what I'm doing. Hey, what's my special power? Increase the teammate's active gauge. Great, thanks. Yikes. Yeah, Team Anteater takes me down more than any other team. Alright, 1-on-1 duel time. Me versus Team Kitten. Well, Team Anteater, but you know, Nakonya, their evil mastermind. Yeah, I see you. Wow. That was amazing. Oh, God. This tank is awkward as hell. Do you find her creepy? Like, what about Nakonya bothers you? Or do you just have no idea? What's the horror game you were playing, Maddie? I gotta say, that hit and run technique just worked pretty well. I didn't take one hit. I sprinted right around them, doing damage to almost everybody. Yeah, I don't know why the notifications are so sloppy. It's not like you can tell YouTube which notifications to prioritize. Like, I subscribe to something like 6 channels, and I get notifications whenever YouTube feels like it, not when they have new videos up. I would honestly, I mean, I still haven't seen Das Finale Part 1, but just given the show's love of weird World War II tanks in history, like having the Mouse and the T-28 and the Pershing in there, I would be surprised, and the Karl Girat, I would be surprised if by the end of this second season of movies, we didn't see the Rata at some point. I'll try to remember that title. Mind's Eye. Although these days I don't play a lot of horror games that aren't VR, just because I'm very into VR horror. Why did I buy the game? Oh! Yeah, it's simple. I was on PlayAsia, trying to find out when Fist of the North Star was coming out, and they had these giant banner ads, like top of the page, both up and down both sides of the page, for Girls in Panzer. And I'm like, I have never heard of this thing. What is Girls in Panzer? So I click on it, and I see that it's a single-player tank game about, like, Japanese high school girls with tanks. I'm like, well, that's the best premise I've ever heard for any piece of fiction ever. So obviously I was curious, and then I found out that it was just focused on the single-player experience. I like single-player games. I love tank games. Nobody has made a single-player tank game in like a decade. So I was like, yeah, what the hell, I'll buy this. Also, it was a budget title. I mean, not super budget, it wasn't super cheap, but like I paid like $90 for Fist of the North Star. I played Canadian. I paid like $50 for this. Like it was considerably less than I thought it was going to be. So I mean, when you get the combination of a relatively budget title and the best premise I've ever heard of, I mean, how do you not get that game? Boom! That's why I'm also getting, oh god, now I'm blanking on the name. Super Robot Wars X? Because I found out it's like every robot from every anime, all in a single game, all in a single story. That's just a great idea. Oh yeah, I used to love tank games. I mean, the last tank game I played the hell out of, I almost hesitate to call a real tank game because it was, you know, a VR Tron tank game, but that was Battlezone for the PSVR, and I loved Battlezone for the PSVR. Although apparently you can now play Battlezone not on PSVR. Although, I mean, as much as I enjoy Battlezone, it's less entertaining when you're playing like a digital tank inside a computer than like the awesome tanks of World War II. These are obviously just much more visually impressive and more satisfying to play as. Oof. Alright, I gotta do something about Team Mallard. Alright. There we go. Oof. That's not the kind of damage I was hoping to do. Yeah, like, when I had the Amiga, I played a lot of M1A1 Abrams, which is a hell of a tank game from way back in the day. But after that, you know, whenever I could, my preference would always be games about World War II tanks. Although, I did once really enjoy a game with a sequence where you played as a World War I tank. It was an adventure game, right? It wasn't like a tank game. It was just an adventure game, but in it, there's this whole extended sequence where you like drive a World War I tank. And I remember being very entertained by that. So now I'm going to ask you, what is the name of the adventure game where you get to drive a World War I tank around? If you're the first commenter below this video to be able to name that game, you will win a prize. Just put that comment in the space below this video, and be sure to put in a time code for where in the video that quiz happened, so I can check your answer. No, it's an old school adventure game, not a war game. That's what's so strange about it having a World War I tank in it. Cool. I didn't know that. I'd love to see footage of that. That might be the best flip I've ever seen. There we go. Sadly, my own visual novel horror is not going to have sexy girls in it. I apologize in advance. Okay, I don't know if it has necessarily the best flips, but I can say, without hyperbole, that I think the Ibis has gotten me the most vertical of any flip of a tank. Sorry, Nakanya, but you gotta go. Like, yeah. I don't know if you've seen all the flips. I was getting some pretty awesome flips with Darjeeling in a Crusader. Like, some pretty just crucial, awesome flips. But those were incredible. Not to, in any way, undercut what we all just saw happen. Whoa! Must get behind her. There we go. Boom! Oh, done and done. But yeah, I am making a horror visual novel. You can play the demo for it right now at itch.io. The demo is called Take the Job, and it sets up the premise and the world of my visual novel, which is going to be called Clown in the Woods. Look for it. I'm thinking midsummer, end of summer. I mean, the artist is finished with all of the characters, so I've just got to sort out the backgrounds, and we're done. Well, I mean, I got to do some props as well, but for props, I'm just digitizing real stock photos of items. I'm not, like, buying custom props. But yeah, it'll be done soon. It might be on Steam when it's done, but it's still in process. You don't have to download it. Itch.io is a site largely for Flash games. So you can either download a copy if you want to, or you can just play it in your browser. Like, you don't actually have to download it to your computer and install it and all that nonsense. And I understand the reticence. I don't play anything that's not on Steam either. Except, of course, for the occasional Flash game. But yeah, itch.io is a destination just for independent games.